What up, ninjas? Gageon here. I'm going to be reviewing this piece of crap, so let's get on with it. What I have here is Transformers Beast Hunters Bulkhead. Let's just go with the review, right? Transformers Beast Hunters Bulkhead, deluxe class, obviously. So you get your smaller version of your Bulkhead and a weapon. Set Bulkhead aside. Here's the weapon. It's kind of like a saw blade thing that Ratchet should have, more or less, but it works. You can rev it up, but we're kind of going back to the mech tech here, and that's not what we want. We don't want mech tech. This is annoying. I mean, it's kind of cool, but in all reality, like I said, it's really diving back to the mech tech. The dragon head on it is really cool, the molding and all that stuff. That's nice. Like I said, we're starting to fall into that mech tech area again. But the thing is that this does not ruin the toy. This does. First off, we start off with this vehicle mode. Obviously, it's very bulkheady. Pretty much got all the accents and all the cues and everything, and it pretty much works. Little spikes on the front and everything, very nice. So when you start transforming it, that's when it goes cattywampus. DeLorean it up like so. It reveals the inside, and let's begin. So first off, we'll go to his legs. Very stiff joints here, but nonetheless, they're workable. So we'll flip his toes out. There's his toes. You kind of rotate in, and we'll give you toes. And these don't fold in or anything like that. They're just pretty much stationary. So you got two legs. Then what you do is you want to take his arms and stretch them out. Okay. And then what you do is this all will fold up in a really interesting way, guys. I'll show you here. What you do is you kind of basically take his wing fell off. Take his backpack, and this will kind of all, like his hood and everything, I'll just kind of stretch back. Let me put this back on. But anyway, that'll all kind of fly into the back, which will allow you to take his chest piece, fold it up, and his crotch piece, fold it up. All that'll fold up, and that'll all kind of peg in. This will fold down, and this will stretch out like so. So these pieces will go like that. You can adjust them how you want, but that'll pretty much go down like that. And I believe you tuck in his wheels a little bit, don't you? Yeah, they kind of just, his wheels kind of cave in just a little bit. His crotch piece will go in a little bit. And that'll actually go like that. And that'll go up like that. So then you get that. Adjust his arms a little bit here. There we go. Oops. And there you go. You got your deluxe class Beast Hunters Bulkhead in a robot mode, or shell mode, I should say. This guy is one sad, sorry excuse for a Bulkhead. Now, let me tell you something. People used to bitch about the Prid Voyager class Bulkhead and how it did not look like Bulkhead, except for the head part, except that was like the only part of that toy that really like nailed it. Nothing about this toy nails it. As you can tell, he's got some sort of air intake thing above there. He's wearing a visor, but if you look really close at his head, he's got like some weird smiley face going on there. Now, all Metroid aside, this guy really makes me smile, only in that sense that he looks like a Skylander. I do like this kind of like armor, kind of eclectic Dark Ages armor kind of feel it's going on there. But really, this guy just kind of, it's a really hit and miss all over the place. Now, as I said, you give it this like rain cover. I don't know what the heck that is for, but nonetheless, it is there. I'm pretty sure there's a mod where you can adjust that and change that so it doesn't look as bad. But regardless, the head sculpt kind of kills the whole thing. This steampunk-esque, you know, shoop-de-whoop face-looking toy does not really beck and call Bulkhead in any sense of the word. Different Transformer possibly, couldn't tell you what right now, but regardless, not a bad toy. It's still a good quality action figure. It's just that if we're trying to accomplish making it look like Bulkhead, it's not going to get that far. But definitely, why don't we just give it some justice here? Let's give its weapon. Clips on, or pegs in, I should say. And then you got its saw blade of Fury. Now here's a fact. This is blue, right? This blade, but why wasn't Optimus Prime's sword blue? Light piping is obviously blue. Doesn't really work. But those are horns, those dotlets, these little things, these are horns. And that's a visor. And apparently, if you get in there just right, apparently you can see his eyes in there. In the visor, that is. Let me see if I can... Let's turn him sideways. No, I'm not seeing it. Because I'm like trying to get the light piping right in there, and I'm not seeing it. It's got to be like perfect, I guess. Anyway, so we flip that down. I'm surprised that you can't like... Oh, let's see that there's a freaking pin in there, so you can't take it off. That stinks. Oh well. Regardless, if you feel like completing your Beast Hunters line toys, this would be one of the guys that you would probably have to pick up to complete it. Would I recommend getting this for you or yourself or your kids? No. Actually, this is probably one toy out of all of them that I review that I will not recommend. This is not the greatest toy in the world. Doesn't leave much for the imagination. Doesn't really look like the character from the TV show. And it definitely doesn't accomplish a Transformer toy, in my mind. I mean, it transforms, but it looks like you could pop this sucker on a Skylanders portal and start playing. And you'd be a giant Bulkhead giant figure or some crap. Either way, I would totally not give this guy a rating, because why the hell not? I mean, why? It's not a great toy. It's an okay toy. Why is it in my collection? Because I have to review something once in a while that's not good to kind of, you know, get away from all the, I love this toy is great, you should buy this. Well, here's one that I don't recommend you should buy. I don't buy, basically, if you don't see me review it, I don't want it. Okay? If you don't see me review a toy that's been out for like a couple weeks and it's easily and readily available to yourself at a retail store, I'm not going to pick it up. Like third-party toys and stuff like that, it's basically I can't pick it up because they're expensive and I don't want to. But anyway, if you guys feel like picking up Bulkhead, I'd recommend getting him, I suppose. I personally wouldn't recommend getting him at all. You should take your $15 that you're going to think about spending on this and invest it into getting an actual first edition Bulkhead if you don't already have one, because that's worth it. Or even the Prid one, that's worth it too. That's worth $25 at least, or $30. This guy's not worth more than like $8, you know. So Ninja Turtles aside, joking aside, this guy is definitely a thumbs down. Don't pick him up. I'll have close-ups at the end if you want to take a closer look at him. But other than that, guys, this is Gajo saying, don't pick this toy up. Try to find something better. There's a lot of better toys out there. You can spend $15. You could get Energon cubes for $15, I think. Those would be a better investment than this toy. Alright, guys. Peace out.